Welcome to Music Guru, where rock and metal never die and every classic note still matters. There's a Van Halen track that Eddie Van Halen himself once called So Bad It's Good. A song so strange, so out of step with the band's legendary sound, it's baffled fans and critics for decades. Yet, hidden inside it is a personal tribute that meant the world to the Van Halen brothers. If you've listened to Diver Down, Van Halen's 1982 album, that was half covers, half chaos, you may remember a certain track that made you go, "What the heck?" That song is Bad Bill is Sweet William Now, originally written in 1924, made famous by vaudeville crooners like Gene Austin, and somehow, impossibly, resurrected by one of the most explosive rock bands of all time. Music writer Tim Kaufman recently resurfaced Eddie's bizarre love for the track in a piece on FarOut.com. In it, he quotes Eddie Van Halen describing Big Bad Bill as so bad it's good. Let's listen in here to Eddie's comments on how the song came to be.
Whose idea was it to do Big Bad Bill?
Oh, that was Dave. He was at his father's house in a certain spot in his room. If he pointed the antenna a certain way, he picked up this weird, like, I don't know, what would you call that kind of music?
Oh, it's like big band, early 30s.
Yeah, but
band.
just acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
He picked it up and recorded it, and played it to us, and we just started laughing ourselves silly, going, "That is bad. Let's do it."
How'd you get your father on it?
Oh, well, you know, it was actually Dave's suggestion. He said, "Hey, listen to this, man. You want to get your old man to play it?" I said, "Sure." It was so funny because I tell you, I couldn't play the song for you right now. I had to read. You know, there's so many chords, ding, 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 you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That I don't know. I just couldn't remember it. So here's my father sitting to the left of me with, sitting on a chair with the music stand and sheet music in front of him. I'm sitting next to him on a chair with sheet music and a stand.
So there's the main thing about the song. As Eddie says right there, he didn't just record the track as a goof, there was something, or rather someone, behind it. So the clarinet that you hear on Big Bad Bill, that's Ed and Alex Van Halen's father, Jan Van Halen, professional musician in his own right. The brothers grew up around their father's love of jazz and classical music. This track, silly as it might sound, was a way of honoring him. Eddie later admitted that getting their dad into the studio was a total joy, and that moment gave the band something more meaningful than another radio hit. It gave them a memory and a connection to their roots. Critics and fans have long pointed to Big Bad Bill as the low point on Diver Down. It's hokey, toothless, and sounds like something you'd hear in a 1930s cartoon. But for all its weirdness, it's also one of the most honest, unfiltered moments in Van Halen's discography. It's them saying, "Hey, rock gods or not, we're still somebody's kids." So is Big Bad Bill, is Sweet William Now really a terrible song? Maybe musically, maybe even stylistically, but emotionally, it might just be one of Van Halen's most beautiful. Sometimes the weirdest songs are the ones that tell us the most about the people who made them, and in this case, it tells us a whole lot about Ed, Alex, and the father who gave them their first love for music. So what do you think of this particular track? Now, I don't really like to listen to it, but I love the story behind it, and I think that the Van Halen brothers owe a lot more to their father regarding the sound of Van Halen than most people realize. Van Halen has an extreme big band and jazzy sound at the bottom down there, somewhere in their arrangements, their spirit, energy, and particularly in Ed's over-the-top soloing. This is what I think, but what really matters is what you think. So if you have an idea about this or any other topic connected to classic or contemporary music, please drop it in the section below, and remember to like and subscribe. Thanks a lot. Music Guru here, asking you to help us on our march to 10,000 subscribers.